You're watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So today I've got this Chief Brand knife for you. And before we get into that, I just wanted to say that this came from the same company that produces those Robert Class knives. Robert Class. The box is pretty generic. Doesn't really have any type of information on it all to try to pin down who it's made by or where it's made or anything at all, but here's the model number. It's CF0111, and these can be had on Chicago Knife Works for $8.50. And I'll pop up the information here. Pretty limited information given about the knife in terms of its make as well. I'm going to assume that it has 420 steel blades. It says it has nickel silver bolsters, but they look more stainless to me. You've got this red jig bone handle here, which is pretty well done. Looks like either stainless or nickel silver pins. You got stainless liners and springs. And then this nice Chief shield. There you go. But this is a Copperhead pattern, and the fit and finish of it is pretty nice. This one's a little bit proud here at the bottom, but not too bad. Just on the one side, maybe it looks like it could have been filed down a little more. The rest of everything else is pretty nice. Did a good job on the bone. You can see it meets the handle up. Handle and bolster meet up pretty good. And of course, with copper blade, you got a Skinner blade. It's a little drop point blade. That's what they're calling it, is a Skinner blade. And then this really cool nail nick on this clip point blade. You can get the model number on the other blade. This one's just plain. We'll take a look at that. But there's your clip point with that nice long nail nick. Pretty attractive clip blade. It's got a flat grind on it. And then you can see the blade edge there. Pretty well done, pretty even. So pretty nice. Pretty pointy too. Nice and sharp. Here's a better look at the Skinner blade. There's your Chief Brand tang stamp. On the front, and then the back, you've got a sticker. It says Made in China. I left it on there so you guys could see that. We'll take that off in a little while. But then down here you got the model number, and it just says stainless below it, which is all the information we get about the blade material, but I'm going to assume it's 420. But regardless, it looks like it's pretty well done in terms of the edge and the grind on the blade. Pretty attractive little drop point blade there. And pretty attractive handle, pretty attractive shield, all well put together. I don't see any gaps. Very well constructed. I mean, this doesn't... it blows my mind at $8.50. You know, when you pick up a knife and you open it, you just kind of get a sense of the quality of the blade and the construction. It's something that, you know, somebody with familiarity with knives understands, and maybe somebody who's not doesn't. But you can just kind of pick up a knife and open and close the blades and get a sense for how well it's made. The lockup on the blade, the sturdiness of the snap, the walk and talk. This doesn't have any half stops on it at all, but there's a wicked good close there on the end of that. Nice firm pull, say about 6 or 7, and snaps back really nice. It's just better than any $8.50 knife has a right to be. I'm kind of blown away by how good these blades feel. Feels like a much more expensive knife in the hand. And just the way they open and close. Pretty attractive build. I mean, there's not any major gaps or anything there. And again, there's just really well constructed knife. You know, it took a little oil. It was a little dry when I got it, but opens really well with a lot of authority on the snap. And pretty attractive for Copperhead. I don't have a ton of these, but man, this is one I'm definitely glad I bought. So if you're watching, Pete, and you don't have this one, what are you waiting for? You need to go find one. Now, they're sold out right now on Chicago Knife Works where I bought it, but I know you can get these elsewhere. Might take a little searching, but they're out there. So, Chief Brand Copperhead, you know, Skinner blade. You got 2 3/4 inches length with a cutting edge of just short of 2.5 inches. Okay, and then the main clip blade here. Well, I guess it's a secondary clip blade, but you got, again, 2 3/4 inches blade length, and just shy of 2.5 inches with that cutting edge on that as well. Overall length 3 3/4 inches. So same size as a sow belly would be, standard sow belly, but in your Copperhead pattern. And I think of this as like an attractive trapper. That's always kind of what I always thought of a Copperhead. It's what I feel like most trappers should be. So it's not that I shy away from the trapper configuration so much as the pattern shape. I'm not a big fan of how they shape the pattern, and also I'm not a big fan of the ugly large spade blade they use. But it's okay. I just prefer a Copperhead over a trapper. But there you have it, guys. Chief Brand. Not a lot of information on them. I'm assuming they're 420 blades. Blade steel. Just absolutely no information on this box whatsoever. The most generic looking thing you've ever seen. And the inside's no different. It's just more of the same. But there is the barcode. CF0111. That's the model number. Chief Copperhead. $8.50. Go find you one. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.